everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I am here with my second review about love, Ready to Love. Let's jump right into it. As you all can see, it's a few days before Valentine's Day. I'm in the spirit, so I'm trying to wear my heart-shaped sweater, but I kind of feel like it's not really a heart. But y'all get the vibe. Let's get into Ready to Love. This review this week, you all, it's not going to be that long. It's not going to be that long. I took a ton of notes, but the episode was hella boring. I thought the format of, hey Inga, welcome back. I'm happy they changed the format to, start with less people, bring in the blind dates. I thought it would add some spice to the show, but it's not hitting the way I want it to hit. And I feel you, Inga. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling the whole cast. Like, this is another season where all of the women, besides one, seem very mature. They seem to have their shit together. Very successful women. And it's another season, like, why is Wiley here? Why do we have a 32-year-old man in a group of women that's at least 38 and older? Why do we have Tori here? I don't know how old Tori is, but he also is very young acting to me. I just am not vibing with a lot of the men on this cast. And I still feel like this is another season where I don't see any connections. I feel like it's going to be a lot of gameplay. Let's just jump right into it. So they open up the show. I don't care nothing about the ladies going in their wine cellar with Tommy. Let's start with the blind dates. So the first blind date we get to meet is Eric, who is a 44-year-old chef. I like Eric. He's very handsome. He's very well spoken. We learned he used to be an engineer. He went on a date with Dakia. Oh, Inga, you said I'm 50 years old and I don't even want to entertain a 32-year-old. Not at all. Not at all. I heard that Wiley is Chuck Brown's son, but I don't know who Chuck Brown is. So I know that's y'all DMV thing, the go-go music. I wasn't familiar until this show. But it seemed like they kind of bonded over cancer. I don't know. We didn't get to see the whole conversation, but Dakia is a cancer survivor. Congratulations, girl. 9 years in remission. And he has a cousin or uncle that has cancer who just went into remission. And I just was like, I like Dakia and Eric. I feel like they had some kind of chemistry. But it seemed like as soon as Eric met Joy, Dakia who? I don't know. That's just how I felt. But I like Eric. I think he's a great mix to the group. But then we meet AP. Is that really her name? Is her name really AP? Okay. She's a 42-year-old holistic life coach. She's vegan. She's a widow. And she went on a date in flat ass shoes. Them little flat ass $10 sandals. Girl, I ain't want to talk. Because I wear flats a lot because one of my knees get to be acting up sometimes. So I really only wear heels when I really want to go out and be cute. But I know on the first date, I'm going to put on some heels. He going to catch my first strut in some heels. Not them flat ass, I'm about to walk to the beach sandals. So I was disappointed in AP from there. But on this little date, AP and Clifton had zero chemistry. I think Clifton was turned off from the moment he realized he had to go to a vegan restaurant. And AP was like, oh, you look like my brother. And I can't get my brother out my mind. I said, girl, you know it's bad when you can't get your brother out your mind on a date. Now, on the date, we did learn that Clifton has been married 2 times. And he has 2 children with a huge ass age gap. One is 17 and one is 3. It seemed like he was the cause of both marriages failed because he took ownership and for the blame. I still like Clifton. I don't care. Girl, Chuck Brown was a legend in these streets. He's the godfather of go-go music. Rest in peace. I agree. I know. Is go-go music like house music in Chicago? I just, I'm sorry, Inga, girl, I just don't know him. That was crazy. Your brother, right? I was kind of like your brother. You really thinking about your brother on a date? Shut up, Angie. I want to say something shady. I'm trying to be nicer in my reviews because I'm not a shady person, and I don't want my channel to turn into every time you come on here, I got to say something mean about somebody. So try to be nice. Try to be nice. Now we're going on group dates. I don't understand why we keep having uneven number group dates where someone is going to be made to feel like the third wheel. They just there hanging out, not even really getting no camera time. Anyway, so the first day is with Eric. He meets up with Ace, Joy. Joy gets all the camera time. Like every group date they had, Joy was right there. Production likes Joy. Production likes Joy. And Joy was there, and then they brought in Cornelius. So we learned that Cornelius had a cat named Pimp. Boring. Eric is a palate pleaser. Well, he's a chef. You should please the palate. And then Cornelius is on his BS again because Dakia wants to have a private conversation. Dakia is talking about marriage, how if she ever has children, she has to be married. And here go Cornelius in his confessional. Well, I think I gotta ease back because she talking about a commitment, and I don't really know about no commitment. I'm like, what the hell are you even doing on the show if you don't know about commitment? And then just last week, you was the man talking about I'm down for whatever my lady want to do. If she just want to be in a partnership, we gonna be partners. If she want to get married, I'm down to get married. Make up your mind, Cornelius. That turned me off from you, and I liked you. It made me feel like last week you was just lying to be lying. I'm not dealing with no man with a 3-year-old. I'm done raising kids. Yes, ma'am. I'm with you. I'm with you, Inga. I ain't raising no more kids, and I damn sure ain't popping another one out. If you want a kid, you pick the wrong woman to want to be with. But let's move on. Yeah, every major city got their thing, like New Orleans with their music. I agree. I agree. I'm not dealing with. Oh, you said that. Yeah, you felt we gonna get to Demetrius and his date. You don't like Cornelius either. I liked him, but it seemed like he a flip flopper and a liar. It seemed like he lied for no reason. Right? He just want to screw some of the women. That's all Cornelius wants to do. So let's move on past this group date. We see Sabrina and Paul have a date, and I didn't hit fast forward because I'm over Paul. I don't know why we're giving Paul so much camera time. Like, Paul turned me off when he was the post office. Was he the post office? Whatever his PO stand for, I was through with Paul. So let's fast forward past that. Because Sabrina ass don't want Paul. Up next, we have another group date. AP is out with Joy, Laverne, Demetrius, and Paul. They're bowling. It seems like AP was there first, and AP was getting ready to get to know Laverne and some of the men. Soon as Joy walked up, energy gone. Joy is just a person who has a personality that's full of fun, and she's a ball of energy. And AP is not a good fit for this show. I don't know if she gets voted out next week. She need to, but I don't see her being a good fit for this show. She kind of reminds me of Ace. They're very introverted. Like they aren't very. I don't want to say they're not outgoing, but they just don't seem like this process is for them. Like, they aren't matching the energy of what I want to see on my television screen. Like, they're very stoic. Like, go with the flow. I'm just riding the wave. Because she let Joy come in and steal all the energy. She stole all the men's attention. AP was just sitting back there watching everybody else bowl. And I'm like, okay, girl. Paul says his mama used to bowl 300 every time. And so he was trying to teach everybody how to bowl. And they were kind of like, can you leave me alone? That's why I don't like uneven dates. I wish it would have either been 4 or 6. That way, at all times, everyone has someone they can go one off with and talk to. Laverne and Joy have a conversation. It seemed like Laverne wants to take Joy out on a date. And what's up with Laverne wanting everybody to touch his booty? He was like, go ahead, touch my butt. You can touch it. And I'm like, sir, I don't know, I'm going to speak for myself. I don't think most women are ass grabbers where they like to just go up and grab men's ass. I don't think it's it's not a turn on for me to grab a man's ass. That's something men like to do to women's ass. Let's move on. So now they're going out on a detour, another uneven group date, and this is where you write, Inga, Demetrius looked very awkward. Wiley was stuck talking to AP, and AP is like, Wiley looks like one of my students. And Wiley is 32 years old. He acts 22 years old. Like, I'd rather Wiley go home over Paul. I feel like Paul, it's a lot of men that just need to go home. Let's start evicting 2 people at a time. Can we vote 2 people off at a time? Because Wiley, it's nobody here for Wiley. It's not a woman here for Wiley. Even the preview of next week, when he sees all the women come up in their bikini, he's like, oh, all I can see is skin and I see curves. I'm like, damn, you ain't never seen no woman in a bikini before? Like, calm down. I don't know. Sabrina is stuck talking to Tori, and I thought she liked Tori, but she worried about Demetrius. Like, oh, I wish I could have talked to Demetrius. Like, girl, Demetrius is sitting right there from you. All you have to do was go like this and talk to Demetrius. It wasn't like he was way at the back of the bus. So, and then Sabrina talking about, oh, I thought he would have fought for me. And I'm like, you want him to make a scene on a bus for your attention when you could have paid him some attention? I don't know. Sabrina, I think it's going to get on my nerve because I don't like all of that. I need you to fight for me energy on this type of show. Like, no, this is a dating show. And I think it's rude of people when they see you talking to someone else to jump in and be like, oh, that's enough time talking to her. Let me talk to her. Like, no, if Demetrius was really that interested, you could have had a 3-way conversation. But Demetrius really looked like he was just ready to go home. So maybe he's not that in. I don't know. But let's move on. What happened next? Clifton and Joy. Oh, what you say about Sabrina will go home soon. I don't know. I think a lot of the guys might be interested. It's a lot of ladies that, like, to me, Ace needs to go home. AP needs to go home. Carmen needs to go home. Precious needs to go home. You're right, Inga. The more I think about this, I'm not really that happy with this cast. But let's get into it. Clifton and Joy, even though I say it every week. Clifton gives me player vibes. But I would be completely, like, I would have to take a chance. I'm going to risk it all. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. Just my type. He's just my type, and I can understand Joy. I don't care if Joy risk it all for Clifton, and if it don't work, it don't work. He's just the type of man I would give a chance to, too. I just don't have no faith in it. I don't have no faith in it. It's just the way when he greeted her with that hug and he picked her up. Now he did Dakia the same way. He did Dakia the same way. But I like it. I like it. And I like the energy. Like he took the food and was like, let me taste your fish. And then he was like, oh wait, it's coconut in here. I'm about to die. I'm allergic to coconut. To me, this just to me. If you go to a Caribbean or African restaurant, which I think they went to, those are two places they cook a lot with coconut. I'm gonna ask first. I ain't just about to eat nothing in one of those type of restaurants, knowing I'm allergic to coconut without asking first. That's just me. That's just me. Um, it was only two women. It was a sausage fest. Why didn't they have a woman for each man? I agree. I hate the uneven number dates. Like, don't do that anymore. The one thing I like about Clifton and Joy is they go I don't want to say they go deep, but they go beyond surface level conversations. Like they were having conversations. I think they both lost a parent and they talked about the grief of a parent. Like they just have real conversation. Something that I want to see more of on this show. I hate when we get on this show and all we talk about, am I your top? I'm your bottom. I'm number one or number two. Like them conversations, leave those back to seasons of the past. I like seeing Clifton and Joy having real conversations. I like when they said they liked each other. She's like, I really like you. And he's like, I like you too. That's cute because that's where you should be. Like, we ain't expecting these people really to fall in love and get engaged and married after a few weeks. But you know, that's what you do when you date somebody. You're like, oh, I really like you. I want to date you some more. I like seeing that. Joy, risk it all, girl. Risk it all on Clifton. And if you get your heart broke, just pick yourself back up and get out there. But I will give him a chance. He just looked like a huge red flag. But I'm gonna give him a chance too, girl. I ain't mad at you. So, where we at in my notes? In my notes, I said, where is Precious and Carmen? We did not see Precious nor Carmen all episode to the end. Let's get to the end of this where we talk about our tops and our bottoms. Ace says her top is Laverne. Laverne was very nice to Ace, but I just don't think this is the process for her. And it's nothing against Ace. I think she is the sweetest lady in the world. Like, very kind. Like, she just has a very nice energy. But, girl, go home, girl. These men are playing around. Of course, Joy likes Clifton. Carmen likes Clifton. Since when? Carmen hit it off last week with Laverne. Like, Laverne was ready to end this whole process and go home with Carmen last week. And now this week, Laverne is all into Joy. And Carmen is into Clifton. I'm like, girl, didn't he tell you he don't like them colorful contact eyes? Sabrina likes Demetrius and Tori. I think Sabrina just likes who's going to fight for her and give her the most attention. Precious, out of nowhere, likes Paul. She was like, opposites attract. I need somebody to calm me down, get me together, give me guidance. Like, girl, you need a life coach, a therapist, a counselor. You don't need your man to be all of that. That's going to get on your nerve. But Precious likes Paul. I'm like, is this gameplay? Is she looking for a vote for next week already? Because just last week, Precious liked Wiley and was ready to risk it all for Wiley. And I actually think of all the women on the show right now, Precious is probably the best fit for Wiley. They're the closest in age. They both have a little bit of immaturity in them. Hey, Charles. I don't know. I just don't see Precious. Precious is the one that saved Paul. Y'all want to know why Paul didn't go home? It's because Precious talking about she need him to help get her life together. Girl, get your own life together. And Dakia likes Clifton, Demetrius, and Eric. So Dakia like everybody. Let's get to the bottoms. all the ladies, I said all the ladies are mature. I said Wiley is too young. Wiley should go home. Who wants Wiley? Nobody wants Wiley. Laverne is messy. Somebody said Laverne is messy and negative. I think it's some things to Laverne we haven't seen yet. And I think as we keep watching this show, we're going to uncover the true Laverne. Because I didn't get him being messy or a negative person. Paul, everyone says they don't like Paul. He's a turnoff. But Precious says, hold up. I need him. I need a man like that in my life. And then people don't like Cornelius. They say it's no romantic chemistry there. And at the end of the day, Cornelius went home. I ain't writing nothing else. Bye, Cornelius. I thought Paul was gonna go. We all wanted Paul to go, but I think we might be stuck with him for a while. As long as Precious is there voting for him, we might be stuck with him for a while. And then next week they bringing in 2 more people. Like, when are we gonna stop having blind dates and letting these people get to know each other? Like, at some point, you can't say I want you all to have deeper connections, really get to know each other, but every week you throw a new temptation in the face. In real life, that's what you do on a date. You have a regular, everyday conversation about life. I agree. You talking about Clifton and Joy. I like Clifton and Joy. Laverne is not feeling Ace. I don't think so. He never said he was feeling, but he was the one talking about Ace's love, Ace's peace, Ace's calmness. This season, everyone is playing the game. And I think, I hate to say it because I like the show. Tommy, I love the show. But I feel like Ready to Love, people have realized what they need to do to stay. Like, you can't hook up with somebody too soon, because then people will say you too closed and you got to go. So you kind of got to move around, which is what you should do. I don't know. I just feel like people are now on the show to play the game and instead of really finding love. And it's sad. Oh, you talking about Wiley. Yeah, he's 30. Yeah, he's 32, but he doesn't act it. Who brother is 22? Oh, Wiley's brother. I'm assuming they have more. Chuck Brown has more kids. Well, that's the end of the episode. Next week looks more entertaining. And at least we get a pool party. And we can see what these men look like. I want to see what Clifton looks like up underneath his shirt. So I'm looking forward to next Friday. But that's it, you all. Up next, I have a little rant. It's probably only going to be 5 minutes. I'm going to go off on RuPaul real quick. And then we're going to get into Celebrity Big Brother at 6 o'clock. And I can't wait to get into that. So go ahead, like this video. Thank you all for sticking with me this weekend. I know this is a long night of live reviews, but thank you for watching. If you're on the rewatch, get in the comments and let me know what you think about Ready to Love so far. I want to see Miami. I'm already ready for the Miami cast. I need something different, a little bit more spicy. I don't know. Inga, you think ATL and Houston were better? Do you think this show will last long? I mean, it's a highly rated show on the OWN network. I think because of the network they're on, it'll last for a while. Like, they're already looking for people in Miami. I'm sure they're going to do 2 seasons in Miami like they did in the DC Potomac area. I don't know, but it's starting to get hard to watch, especially, they have so many different love shows. Like, we're watching Love is Blind. Love is Blind is another twist. And, this summer we're going to get into Love Island. I don't know. I don't know how long the show will last. It ain't gonna last too much longer with me because it's very surface level. Everybody on this show come to play games. We never get a love connection. Everybody just wants to make it to the end. These people aren't being genuine. Where people like me at home, I'm rooting for you. I want to see some connections, and we're just getting, oh, I'm your number one, number two, and then the best part of the show is the reunion. That's the best part, when people cussing each other out at the reunion. Now that shouldn't be right, but that's what I watch the reality TV for. I like the drama. I want something spicy. But anyway, I'm about to log off. Come back at 6 o'clock in about 30 minutes, and we're gonna get into Celebrity Big Brother. I'm gonna have to get me a huge glass of Stella Rose to go over Celebrity Big Brother because a lot went on, and I'm really excited to talk about it. So I will see you all in about 30 minutes. If you want to hear me go off on RuPaul, come back in about 2 minutes. And I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.